Text. Program. Empty collapsed table. Logic. Collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash down arrow period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Loops. Collapsed list box. You are math. Collapsed list box. Text. Collapsed list box. You are currently on a table. List. Collapsed list box. Color. Collapsed functions. Collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift variables. Color. List. Collapsed list box. Text. Math. Collapsed. Loops. Collapsed list. Logic. Collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content. If A, do block. If A, do block. Else if A, block. Else if A, block. Else block. Else block. A equal A and not. True or false. Disabled. No block. Test A. If true. If A, do block. If A, do block. Else if A, else block. Else block. Else if A, do test A. If disabled. No. True or false. Not. Block A and or B, block. A equals. Else block. Else if A, do block. If A, do block. If A. You are currently on alert, comma, inside of web content period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Top connection, top connection. If connection, do connection, do connection. Bottom connection, bottom connection. Top connection, top connection. If connection, connection selected, connection selected. Logic, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash down arrow period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Loops, collapsed list box. Math, collapsed list box. You are text, collapsed list box. List, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control, color, collapsed list, variables, collapsed list box. Functions, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside variables, collapsed list box. Color, collapsed list, text, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web, disabled text block, disabled text block. Disabled create text with 2 or more items block. Disabled to item append text block. Disabled length of text block. Disabled length A is empty block. A is empty block. A is empty. A is empty. You are currently on alert, comma, inside of web content period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Top connection, top connection. Value connection, value connection. Top connection, top connection. Value connection, value connection. Connection selected, connection selected. Text, collapsed list, logic, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash down arrow period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Disabled if A, do block. Disabled if A, do block. Disabled else if A, block. Disabled else if A, block. Loops, collapsed list box. Math, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter text, collapsed list box. You are currently list, collapsed list box. Color, collapsed list box. Variables, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash down arrow period. To exit this web area, comma, press Control dash Option dash Shift dash up arrow period. Color, list, text, math, loops, logic, collapsed list box. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web, loops, math, text, list, collapsed list, text, collapsed list box, text block, text block. You are currently on a table, comma, inside of web content period. To enter this table, comma, press Control is empty, is empty. Top connection, top connection. Value connection, value connection. Connection selected, connection selected.